Okay, so yesterday we were copying around. So if I did tree now, so let me go back here. So we have a file 1 in black hat, okay? And then file 2 is in white hat. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is in the present location, I have two files here, right? File 1 and file 2. I'm gonna remove those two files here.
A question.
Yeah.
Sorry. So when I log in, instead of taking me to root at localhost, it says -bash -4.2.
Hit enter and see what happens.
Same thing.
Okay, just type bash, BASH, and hit enter.
So just the hyphen is taken away, but it's still bash 4.2.
Yeah. I think
I'm having the
almost
same problem.
everybody's going to face the same problem. You know why you're going to face the same problem? Because we deleted.
We deleted something more than we were supposed to.
Yeah, because this is a dangerous command. We did that. So these are all the profiles and everything here. See if the history is showing up. If you type history, is it showing up?
I don't have a lot of history. I think. Do you guys like sign off at the end of the meeting and then sign back in? I don't have a lot of history there.
Yeah, but the history is still there, right? How many lines you have?
1, 2, 6 or 5 actually.
It will give you a number. When you type history, it will give you a number there, right? If you look at my screen.
Number 6, yeah.
Okay.
For history.
So if I log in myself here again, yeah, it's gonna happen to me too. So I'm expecting everybody has this problem here. The reason being is we wiped out. So we wiped out a lot of stuff. Then we're supposed to, when we ran this command here, we wiped out a lot of hidden files and all those things here. Okay, so for now we work without one, but if you type tree, everything else should work, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So let me clear this and type tree. And so what we have here is we have file 1 here and file 2, which is this present location. Okay, you know what? Actually, I think this might bother you guys here. So
we're still using that practice window, right? From VirtualBox?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you should be connected using PuTTY.
Just open like the practice in PuTTY.
Yeah. I mean, not here. I mean, what I mean to say is you're not actually logging into black window. You're logging into the PuTTY window.
The PuTTY window. Let's see.
Okay, so yeah, actually this is a good practice. I'm helping you do the copy command also. So we're gonna
Uh,
copy. Go ahead.
the PuTTY window it says inactive.
Okay, so go ahead and right click on the top,
Mm-hmm.
and in there you say restart session or something. You
Yeah.
should be Everybody should be using putty. If you're using the direct window, don't use that. It's not very helpful. Okay,
Okay.
are you able to log in?
Yeah.
And then you see the
Yeah, but I
same thing here,
can't.
right? Bash 4.2.
Right. Right.
Okay, so everybody clear the screen.
Still confused with this. My buddy is not getting connected, I think, with it.
Yeah, in the
It's,
back. In the back, make sure the virtual box is there and then the practice is running. Can you check that? Is this your laptop? Are you using a laptop? Hello, can you hear me?
I'm using a laptop.
Yeah, I think what happened was when you close the lid, it will go into sleep mode here. So bring up a virtual box manager, just like what you see on my screen.
Okay.
And then you see a practice there. What is the status? Is it say running or saved?
It says powered off, and then I started it, but just powered off. So I'm going to start it again.
Yeah, start it again,
Me?
and then you could minimize the practice in the background, and then launch putty. It should come up like this.
Do we need to log into the main black window
No,
before logging into Putty?
nope. Black window is what you're connecting to, but you don't need to log in there. So all you have to do is make sure the black window it says at login or whatever.
Okay, got it.
Okay, and when it's at login, then it should say like this here. Yeah, it should be at login and blinking, but that shouldn't stop you from connecting from party.
And I have the window running for the virtual box, and then I open the putty,
Yeah,
and then
you have to keep it running. That's actually a real
okay.
real computer.
But what I'm gonna open in putty, the practice.
Yeah, practice.
So I click on practice.
Yeah, double click on it, and it will give you to log in like me.
Yes,
And
but then
put
it
your.
didn't say anything.
Is it say login as?
Nope, it doesn't say anything.
Oh, it's waiting then. Look on the virtual box, the machine you started, is it like this? Blinking there? Localhost login and blinking?
Yes, and it's saying network connection timeout.
Okay. It might take a minute or two. So go ahead and right click on the top right here and then say restart session and see what happens.
I have it.
You are at a login now?
Yes.
Okay, great. So
Hey,
go ahead and log in. I'm sorry, what?
Zafar, quickly, so in order for me to go back to the login as, what command do I need to use? Because I think I'm not remembering my password. How can I just kill this and then go back to login as?
So on the top here, do duplicate session and it will open another window.
Ah, I see. Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so I have this here. So everybody, I think everybody should be at bash that 4.2, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring, what we did was essentially kill the profile yesterday. So we're gonna import some essential files, essential default files from another folder, and we'll copy it into our location, okay? So the place that the folder, the essential files are sitting is in, okay, here's a new trick here. If you want to see what's in this folder, you do ls here, right? ls.
Right.
Uh-oh. Oh, did I delete everything? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I
Okay.
have file 1, file 2, Red Hat, those from yesterday.
Okay, good. So everybody type pwd and hit enter. It should say /root.
Yes. For
So what we're gonna do is do ls-a and then do a /etc/skel, skel.
SCLC/SKEL.
No, etc, not clc.
Oh, ETC. I read it CLC. I don't know.
You went to College of Last Chance, that's why. I know I did.
SKEL.
Okay, and hit enter, and then you see this bash logout, bash profile, and bash rc. Okay, actually, I shouldn't have done this. This is a part of a system administration class. So what we did is we still in our directory here, but we did a ls on a foreign directory, not a present working directory. Okay, so this is how it's getting interesting here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do cp. Okay, in your present directory, everybody do ls-a. Okay, everybody should do ls-a. The only thing you should have is the hidden directory should be dot bash history, and then the regular file one and Red Hat should be there, and these are the default ones. You can't get rid of them. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy this from a foreign directory because we lost some profile in here. Okay. So here, look at this here on the left side, the thing which is highlighted here. We're gonna follow that. We're gonna follow this format and copy in our location. Okay. So I'm gonna do cp, and then it says source. What is the source? Source is somewhere else, etc skel, and then I'm going to do dot b and a period. So when I do this, anything that starts with b, a period and a b is going to get selected. Okay, and then I'm going to copy in my present working directory. My present working directory is root. So what do I need to type here?
Slash /root.
Yeah, very good. Very good. You got it. So this is the absolute path here, okay? You could do this, or you could also do the period. Just put the period here. That means copy in this present working directory. Now you see, now we're going to use the period here. Now you see why the period is so useful here. Where is that? I think I put it in here. Okay, here the single period means this is the representation of present working directory. So the destination directory is a period. That means wherever directory you're working in, you do it. So you hit enter and you do ls-a, and you have 3 files copied here because we already have the bash.history, okay? So you have bash profile, bash logout, and bash rc. So now everybody should see exactly what you see on my screen.
I got an error. It said cannot stat, and then it said etc/skell/.b asterisk, and then it said no file or directory.
Then after that you give it a space and a period.
Yeah, I did that.
So what is
Yeah,
the
let me
full
try it
command?
again.
cp?
Yeah, cp space etc
No, wait.
slash sk.
Before etc there is a slash.
Yeah, I didn't put a slash before etc.
Yeah. So
All
go.
there is a slash.
Yeah, all this matters. Okay, so
Doesn't say the batch history, but it says everything else.
when you type ls-a, you see bash history.
When I do ls-a, I see bash logout, bash profile, bash rc, and file1, file2, and redhead.
Very good. Yeah, you're good there.
I don't see the bash history. Is that has to be there?
No, it should come up automatically. When we're gonna re-log in again, it should come up. So do pwd. You should be in /root.
Yes.
Okay, so on the top, click on duplicate session and open up a new window. And go ahead and type in root and Red Hat, your password. And your regular login should be there.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I really don't prefer this here bash.4.2. It's like I feel like I'm getting hanged somewhere. Okay, so everybody with me now? So what we did yesterday was we deleted some essential files, which system automatically creates when you first log in. Okay, and go ahead and type history in there. All your history should come back now from yesterday.
Not for me.
No, not for you.
No, let me try it one more time.
I put history and it came up as just like one history.
Oh. Okay, so it may not work for everybody here. You know what? Actually, let me exit out of here. I think mine was in an old session. So mine is coming back. Do this here. Go ahead and exit. Close your party session, and then launch party session again. So everybody with me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's move forward here. Let me go ahead and copy this. And I do clear ls-la. So all my files are back here. Okay, but let's have some fun here. So if you type tree, you see you have file 1 here and file 2, and then you have file 1 here and file 2. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of file 1 and file 2 from the present working directory, and then I'm going to copy it back from these two folders here. Okay, so I'm going to do is rm hyphen rf. Make sure you are in root. rm hyphen rf and file. You could do this too, file 1 and file 2, right? Yeah, I really don't like to do that. Usually do file and an asterisk. So if you do this, the file 1 and file 2 are gone. Tree, file 1 and file 2 are gone. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy, I'm going to show you two different ways how to copy this back to the directory, the destination of your choice. Okay, so okay, so somebody should help me here. So we're going to use the absolute path and the relative path to copy it to the location. So I'm going to say cp and I want to use the source. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to copy file 2 first to the present working directory. So how do I go there? cp, I have to give the red hat, right? Red hat, then black hat, white hat, sorry, and then the file name. Okay, and then I'm copying in my present working directory. If I put a period, present working directory. Okay, if I do ls, file 2 should be there. Now I'm going to do the same thing, cp. Now I'm going to do the absolute path, root, red hat, white hat, black hat, then file 1. And where am I copying? Into the present working directory. The moment you put a period in there, it says present working directory. Or you could do root. So we're using absolute path to type absolute path here. But look, sometimes this kind of gets crazy here. But with the absolute path, there is no, the chance for errors are very low. Okay. So let me go ahead and copy this. And if I hit enter, and if I do ls, I should see file 2 there. I'm sorry, file 1. Okay. Okay. All right. So now you get the idea how you could do this here. Okay. So similarly, you could do dot dot also. So let's remove rm file 2. Okay. I'm gonna hit enter. So if you do file 2 is gone, right? If you do tree, file 2 is still sitting in white hat. So what I'm going to do is cd red hat white hat, and if I do ls, the file 2 is there, right? So I want to copy this to red hat, to the root directory. cp name of the file dot dot. Okay, when you type 2 dots here and tab, it will actually tell you what directory you could put that in, and you could type the name of the red hat and root.
Okay, I'm lost after the 2 dots slash 2 dots.
And type another 2 dots. So hang on. So right now we are in white hat, right? So we have to go back only 1 level up, not too many level up. So when you go 1 level up here with these 2 dots, you are already in red hat. Okay, and then if you push R and tab, it will tab it for you. Or now do this here. cp file 2. When you push 2 dots, it's in red hat directory, and when you type in another 2 dots, it's in root directory, and hit enter. And let's go back to root, and you do ls, the file 2 should be there.
I think I'm not following it at all.
Yeah. All right, good. Give me your team viewer.
All right, hold on. 469.184.188.
Okay.
And then password whenever you're ready. 542 AFV.
Okay. Show me the present working directory. Do pwd.
Oh, I can't type.
Yeah, click in the window because you see how that cursor is changed. There you go. Okay. Now type 3. Do ls here before that. Okay. Oh, so you didn't have a chance to copy it in the first place, though. Okay, now this is what you need to do is type 3 there. So give me history, type history. Yeah, so what you have to do is go ahead and type what it says on number 25. CP space red hat. Yeah, and then right click there. There you go. Well, now bring the cursor up. No, I'm sorry, not the cursor. But use the up arrow key to scroll down the command. Up and down arrow key. There you go. No, don't hit yet. You have to give the destination. Yeah, bring that up. Can give a space there. And then type a period there. Enter. Now do ls. Did you get it? What you just did? Type tree. Type tree. So you copied, you use the copy command and you selected the source file. Source file is sitting in red hat, white hat, and the source file was file 2.
Okay.
And then when you, over here, when you do the period, here, the little period here, right? After the command, that period, it tells the system that copy in this location, present working directory. Period means present working directory and 2 dots means parent working directory.
Yeah.
Okay, now we got file 2 here. So what we need to do is we need to copy file 1. Okay, so how are we going to do that? Go ahead and run the command cp. Now this time we're going to use the absolute path. /root and /red hat. Now tab several times. It should autofill it for you. There you go. Push it one more time. Now you select, just push B and hit enter. I'm sorry, no. Go bring that up again. Tab. B and tab. Because you have 2 choices there, right? File and black hat is there. File 2 is there and black hat is there. So the system wants to know what you want to do. And then push tab. Yeah, push tab again. The file 1 should automatically be selected. There you go.
Okay.
And now what you want to do is you want to copy in the root folder using absolute path. So /root. Enter. And if you do ls here, you should see the 2 files there.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and remove file 2. And yeah, good. File 2 is gone. Now do tree. So we're going to go to the white hat directory, and from there we're going to copy to the root. Okay, so go into the white hat directory. Yeah, cd red hat white hat, enter.
Oh, okay.
ls. Also do pwd. Okay, so you're in white hat and you want to copy to root. Okay, so cp, then do 2 dots / okay, these 2 dots, the moment you put 2 dots, you're in red hat. Okay, put another 2 dots, you're in root. And after cp, give a space and type file 2. Use the arrow key to go back.
Space and type what again?
File 2. And now enter. Now go back to the home directory. Just type cd and hit enter. Okay, so now do pwd. So with cd command and hit enter, no matter wherever you are, you must be in like 1,000 directory deep. The moment you type cd and hit enter, it will bring you back to your home directory. home working directory. And you do ls here, you should see a file 1 and file 2. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, all right, so you're good. Anybody
Thank you.
else? Anybody else have issue? So everybody, when you do ls in the home directory, you should have file 1, file 2, and Red Hat. Okay, so this is using a relative. Okay, good. So now what I'm going to do is copy this also. This is also considered a relative path, okay? Okay, good. So now I'm gonna, so we have done using copying files, right? Now we need to be worried about copying the folders also. So I'm gonna do is we have Red Hat, we do cp Red Hat, and I'm gonna copy another. I'm gonna make it a copy in the same directory using a different name. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a name Linux. I'm gonna give it a name IBM. Okay, and hit enter. So if I do ls here, so this command will not work here because you're copying the directory. So what you have to do is you have to give -rf. So what you're doing is copy recursively force. So what does this mean? R stands for recursively, means everything inside the directory, and F means forcefully, and copy to IBM. So if you do ls here, you see IBM in there. You should see IBM in there. If I type tree here, what should I expect inside IBM?
Everything that's in Red Hat.
Yeah, very good. So tree, you should have the same structure inside. IBM has everything from here. Whatever Red Hat has it, IBM has it, and White Hat, Black Hat, File 1, File 2, and all these things.
So we just copied it directly, right?
Yeah, we copied
I
it.
think I kind of lost you a little bit. So after we cleared it out,
Yeah,
you
give me
go
a
when
viewer.
it'll be ending on 962, and then my password is T4G89X.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Oh. Okay, go ahead and type PWD here. All right, let's go back to the home directory. CD, enter. LS. Okay. So you still need to copy the file 2, right? So go ahead and type tree here. I think this keyboard isn't it bothering you? It's coming up so much.
That'll work better now.
Okay, so can you increase the size of this window? You have to drag and drop it. There you go. Good. So let's go into. So you need to copy file 2, right? So go into the folder White Hat. CD space Red Hat. White Hat. And do ls here. Hit enter and ls. Okay, so what you need to do is run the command cp. No, cp.
Oh, copy it. Okay.
Yeah. And file 2. Then type 2 dots and a space 2 dots. No. Yeah, space 2 dots slash 2 dots. Okay, hit enter. Okay, good. Now jump back to the home directory. Just type cd and hit enter. Okay, do ls. Okay, so you have file 1 and
File.
file 2 and then
File 2.
Red Hat. So clear the
Yes.
screen now. No, type clear.
Oh, clear the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, your voice is kind of like very low.
Oh, okay. Now, okay, so we're gonna copy Red Hat to IBM. Okay, so the command is cp-rf space Red Hat, and yeah, get rid of the slash. No. Go back. Now give a space there. Now type IBM. Enter.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
How do we know to use the slash or not to use the slash?
How do you use a slash?
No, so why we did not use the slash between Red Hat and IBM? Oh, okay. We're copying it. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, now do ls, the IBM should be there. And type
Perfect.
3. So the IBM should be duplicate of Red Hat.
It does. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, it's just matter of you're navigating around and you should get this. Okay, so now um, I'm gonna clear the screen. Before that, let me copy this. Okay, so you have to give -rf. Everybody could hear me, right? Okay,
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
So you have to type -rf. That means recursively force. -rf is needed for directory. And now you could see this is same exact as this. Okay, now, okay, so everybody have a good idea, right, how this is working. And to move around into different directories is the same process. Source, destination, yes, you have to use the command source and destination. Do you guys need one example? I think let me give one example here. I do a tree. What I want to do is I'm going to create a blank directory, mkdir. To create a blank directory, make directory mkdir. Okay, and I'm going to give the name archive. For example, archive. So what I want to do is I want to copy IBM into archive. So how am I going to do that? CP, okay, -rf. And what is the directory name? IBM. And where am I copying it to? Archive. If I do ls -l archive, the IBM directory is in there. Okay, I'm doing ls inside archive without going actually inside there. Okay, did you get this concept? If I go to cd archive, if I do ls, it's the same result. Okay. All right, good. So the only thing with the directory is -rf, recursively force. Okay, that's all it is. Now I'm gonna from archive. I'm gonna go ahead and remove everything. Or no, we'll leave it in there. So I'm gonna clear this. I go back to my home directory. I do ls here, right? So what I want to do is I want to move the files and folders. Okay, so what is the command to move the file and folder? I'm going to move mv is the command, file 1, and then I'm going to move it to archive. So I'm done with file 1. I don't need it anymore. I'm going to move it to the archive folder. And when I hit enter, the file is gone here. The file is not deleted, actually moved, physically moved from the root directory to the archive directory. So if you go into cd archive and if you do ls, the file 1 is there. Okay. And I want to move the folder. How do I move the folder? Same thing, mv -rf you have to do. I'm going to move Red Hat directory into archive directory. Invalid option R. It may not need R then here. So let's see here. Red Hat is still there, so why would it need the R? Okay, so for move, you don't need RF, you just need F, I think. Yeah. All right, good. So let's see. Let me make sure I copy this. Okay, I'm gonna copy this in the document here. But everybody's up with me here so far, or anybody is lagging behind?
I'm lagging behind a little bit. Actually, I gave archive. I misspelled it, and it just slowed me down there.
I mean, don't worry about the spelling. Okay, this is another thing. If you
No,
misspell,
because
yeah,
when I created it, I misspelled it, and when I was trying to do all of the other stuff, I was spelling it right, and it was just saying that there's no directory by that name, and I said what? And I just realized that I misspelled it when I created it. So it just
okay, good. So where are you now? Okay, let's see. Do you have the directory archive?
Yeah, I spelled it ACHIVE.
Okay, fine. That's fine. You don't need to worry about that. Give me ls.
So I have the archive misspelled, file2 IBM and Red Hat.
Okay, good. So now do move command mv file 1 and archive. Okay, and hit enter. When you do ls, the file 1 should disappear from there.
I don't show. Actually, I show archive, file 2 and IBM. I can't see Red Hat in there.
Did you move it already? Go into
Yes.
archive folder and see Red Hat is in there.
Let me see. We. It's saying cannot state Red Hat, no such file or directory.
Okay. Okay, let me help him first, then I'll come back to you.
Sure.
Okay, so it was Adil, right?
Right, but I think I'm okay now.
Oh, okay, you okay now? Okay, good.
Mhm.
Okay, so it was Yusuf, right? Yusuf had the question, or who had the question?
Yeah, it was you.
I had it, but I'm good. It's fine. It worked.
Okay, so everybody's caught up then, right? Okay, good.
Caught
Okay,
up, but I was kind of like looking and did something different on the screen. I got confused, but I'm caught up.
so here I'm gonna break this down here. So it's the same formula. So you have three commands involved here. So this is the command, and this is the source, and this is the destination. Okay, so move is the command, source is file 1, and destination is archive folder. Destination, I don't need to type destination directory and all that here, right? During copy and all this means you're using destination. So let me squeeze this up a little bit. Okay, so now this is just verifying that you went in there and moved the file IBM in there. So what is the file? Oh, okay, so we copied the directory there, right? Okay, good. Now this is moving the directory. And it's the same formula. So you move, and then the command is move space -F, and the directory name is Red Hat, and you see all this here. So move. Okay, simple. So in the present working directory, so you type tree. Now you see how this is getting complex here and built up. Okay, so any operating system, Windows or Linux, they have a structure called files and directories, where you have so many files and directories inside each other here. Don't be surprised if you see them hundreds of folders within each other. Okay, so that's normal, either side, Windows as well as Linux side.
Can we rename a directory? Because it's bothering me. I misspelled
That's
it.
the next move, man. I was just coming to there.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, so here's the thing here. How do you rename the directory? What do you think the command would be to rename the directory in Linux? Rename, right?
I would say RN.
RN.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So rename. Renaming file. So to rename the file, RN is not the command. You use the move command to rename the file. Okay. So you do mv, you have file2, and I'm going to give it a name x file. Okay, so what is happening here is what the move command does is, move command is very complex sometimes. So right now we are using move. So we are taking the move from here. So when you do move, you're actually cutting it. Move is nothing but cut paste. But in Windows, I don't think you cut it and paste it with a different name somewhere else. I'm not sure about that. But here, the moment you do this, you're cutting it, and at the same time, you have option to rename it. Earlier, we moved the Red Hat file, Red Hat directory, and we moved it into another directory. It kept the name. But if you want to rename the file, you have to do it in the same directory. Okay, so you type move file2 and give it a name x file, and file2 should disappear and you should only have x file in there. How do you know it's a x file? Because the content of the file will be the same exact thing. Okay, and same thing with the directory. Move IBM, and I'm going to name it AWS. And if you do ls, so IBM is gone, AWS is there. Very easy. So the command is command old name, new name. Okay, so command is mv, old name is file2, and new name is x file. Okay, so you do file and the same thing with the directory also. So the old name was IBM, new name is AWS. Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So if you were to use MV and then file2 and X file, and if you already had a directory named X file, what would happen?
Let's take a look. So move AWS to AWS, right? It says cannot move AWS subdirectory or itself. You just get an error. But if you were to move in a different directory, it just copies it. It moves it into a different directory, no problem. Same thing with the file.
No, I'm saying if you're trying to change the name of the file, but directory already exists with the same new name you want to change the file to.
It won't. This is what I just did, right? because AWS already exists. Oh, okay, I got it. So if you want to change archive to AWS, we'll see.
Yeah.
In this case, it will actually move archive into AWS.
Okay.
In this case, it will actually move archive into AWS. Because there is no difference here, right? This command and move IBM here, we move Red Hat into archive, right? So there is no command here. You actually have to do -F. Let's go ahead and try this. And if you do ls, so archive is in AWS directory now. But let me do tree here. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and move into a different place. So I'm going to clear this, and there is a command called man. Okay, so what does man means? Man stands for manual pages. Man is short for manual pages. Okay, so what is this command? So manual pages is if you are new here, right? You don't know how to use the command like move command. So what you type is man mv and hit enter. So that command is this is a handbook for that command. Okay, it will give you a lot of options here how you actually use it. On the top here, this is move, and then it renames the file here. So how do you use this? mv move rename, all these things are name of the move command. Okay, and so this is the move command. You provide the option and you provide the source and destination. So there are other switches in here, you could read about it, but I showed you the one which are using it commonly used. -F is force, -I is interactive, and these are all these silly things in there. But if you want to read up on the manual in the sense handbook, how you want to use a command. Okay, so now give me an example. If you want to read a manual for something else, how would you use? If you want to use the manual pages for ls command, you type man ls and hit enter, and these are all the options you give. Okay, so actually -A, it says do not ignore entries starting with a period. That's what it is. Upper A, almost all, do not list implied. Okay, so do not list the two hidden directories. A is author, B, the lot of things in here I'm not using every day, but you could get, if you want to get fancy about it and read about a lot of other things that a particular command will do, you could definitely do that for yourself. Okay, so let's take a 5-minute break, and then I'll be back in 5 minutes, and then we'll continue. We have another hour and a half. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so let me go ahead and start. So now what we're going to do is we're going to learn a very different concept here, okay? So what is this called is redirector. So let me see if there is a or yeah, it's not there. Okay, so let's see here. So there is a concept called redirector in Linux. Okay, so I'll tell you what it means. Okay, so there are three things in Linux which are referred to as redirector. One is 0 followed by a greater than sign. I'm sorry, a less than sign. And 1 followed by a greater than sign. And 2 followed by a greater than sign. So what are these called? These are redirectors. So what does redirector means? So first one is standard input, right? So if I type, give me 1 second here, 0 or ls. Okay, so we'll come to this redirector in a minute here. But before that, I want to explain. I cannot escape this, I think, yeah. Okay, so what is happening here is whenever you type ls, you're giving an input, right? ls is the input and output is the result of ls here. Whatever you're seeing on the screen is output. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on standard output here. So I want to say ls, but I don't want to see the output on the screen. I want to, whatever this is coming up on the screen here, I'm going to put it into the file. Okay, so Okay, before that, let me take a step back here. I need to show you what an echo command is. Okay, everybody simply type echo, E-E-C-H-O, and hit enter. Okay? So what happened is you gave the command echo and nothing is following that command. That means it brings you the blank line. Echo is something which is going to repeat, right? When you go into a big open space, you may have sometimes echoing. That means it's repeating afterwards. So you type echo, this is Linux course, and I hit enter. It will show up on the screen. So anything after a command, echo command, anything you type in there, maybe it could be a 20 line command. This is Linux course and I am enjoying it, this course. Okay, when I hit enter, the echo wouldn't show up because it's a command in itself. Everything else after that will repeat on the screen. So whatever is coming up on the screen is called standard output. The result of the ls is standard output. Okay, result of any command which is coming out is called standard output. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, everybody with me so far? With echo command?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see here. So now what I want to do is, I have this here, right? It's coming onto my screen here. So, but what I want to do is, I don't want to see this on the screen. I want to put it on into the file. 1 greater than, before that, let me see if the file ls x file is there, right? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and remove everything here. We don't need anything else at this moment. So clear it. And then if I do echo, this is a Linux course, I see it on the screen here. But what I want to do is, I want to put this command into the file. I don't want to see it in the screen. I want to put it in the file, and I want to name that file name file1. Okay? So when I hit enter, nothing is displayed on the screen here. But what happened? That this output here, this is a Linux course. It went inside this file. Okay, so at this portion is called standard output.
Can you show it one more time how you put it in file 1?
Okay, clear. Okay, go ahead and type echo. And then type something. This is Linux course. Yeah, actually it went on the second line. That's why I see why it's confusing. And then I give 1 and a greater than sign. And then I give file1. Okay, and I hit enter. So what happened here is I have to do it on a separate line here. Okay, so one greater than so we have the command and the content, and then what you have is the redirector. In this case, the redirector is, in this case, standard output, and the file name. So the command is echo, content is this is Linux course is the content, redirector is one greater than sign, and the name of the file is file1. So this part, the part which is highlighted here, instead of showing up on the screen, it went into this file name file1. How do you know which file is this? How do you know? How do you tell? Because we use the specialized redirection command or the symbol here to make it go into the file1. And now I want to read what is in file1. Okay, so if you want to read the file, you have to type cat. Cat is a concatenate. Cat stands for concatenate. So cat, you type 0 and then the less than sign, and which file you want to put in? You want to put in file1, and I hit enter. Okay, now the file1 is not static, it's saving the data, so it's static actually, I'm sorry. So the content, instead of coming on the screen here, the content was copied into the file. It says file1. And here, if the file1 doesn't exist, it will actually create one for you. Okay. Now, if we use greater than sign here, this is called standard input because we are putting in. Okay, so we are putting in. So 0 is cat file. We are specifying the input file. We are specifying the cat to read the file1. Okay. So I'm gonna break this up here. Okay, same thing. Okay, so cat, actually, yeah, this is command. Cat is a command, and here is the redirector here. Redirector input. Okay, 0 this, and name of the file. So what we're doing is we're telling the cat command to take the input from file1. Okay, so the cat command is taking the input from file1 and it's displaying this to you. So in old days you have to put 0 and input here. So in newer times you don't have to do anything, because you just cat file 1 and it's going to work too. If you don't put 0 and greater than less than sign in here, it is automatically assumed by the system that you are asking it to read the specified file here, because it's automatically putting that in for you. Okay, it's not the case for the other one. Okay, so I'm gonna go a little bit slow here, because this is a concept of understanding what is happening here. So this redirector, or this one also works too. Okay, input file is going to give you the same result. Zero greater than is a input file. Is it an input redirection? Okay. Is a input redirection. And here so blank is a input redirection. So what is the final word? Final word is, you don't really need to specify either 0 or greater than, 0 greater than or greater than. The system is automatically reading it. Okay. Go ahead.
So if we say if two sentences.
You're breaking in and out. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you fine. You hear me now?
You're very staticky.
I don't know. Okay, let's try again. So I wanted to know if you have like two different sentences like separately.
No, you're very bad breaking in and out. Anybody else is having same problem?
Never mind then.
Okay. I'll wait for him to come back. can somebody confirm you could hear me at least better? Good.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. What's your question?
First of all, do you hear me okay? Or otherwise, I'll just.
No, I cannot hear you.
Yeah, never mind. It's not that important.
Okay. Okay, so what we are telling is here is 1 is going to the file, 0 read from the file, and 3 is the error. 3 is to catch the error. So how do I explain this? Not 3, I'm sorry, 2 greater than. 2 greater than. This will catch only the errors and redirects to the file. So what I'm going to do is on the screen, I'm just going to type junk and I'll hit enter. I got the error message that says L, the command is not found. So this is the error message. So what I want to do is I want to bring that junk, whatever I typed, I want to say 2 greater than, and I don't want to see the errors on the screen here. So there is a black hole. It's called a black hole. You don't want to see that. Okay, you know what, actually let me put this into file 2. So what happens is only the errors which are on the screen are going to go into file 2. So this command gave us only the errors, right? So the error generated only by that command went into file 2. Okay, now let's bring this here. We could do multiple commands like semicolon, you do ls-l, no, let's do pwd. Okay, and let's do ls-l. Okay, so these two commands, so it ran this first part here, and first part the system didn't understand, it gave the error message. And then the second part is a valid command, pwd, so it gave us the pwd on the screen. Third command is ls-l, and it's a valid command, so it displayed on the screen here. Now what I could do is I could still do 2 greater than file 2. So in here, can somebody take a guess what will happen here?
The error from typing LKSK will go into file 2.
Okay, very good. And anything is going to be displayed on the screen?
The directory, where you're at, pwd, and then the list of files in ls.
Yeah, very good, man. You got the concept. There you go. So the 2 greater than. No, I think I have to remove this here, semicolon. It's still coming up. ls-l. So here, hold on. Remove file 2. Let me try this here. The error should not be coming in. Because over here, when we ran this command here, the error didn't show up here when we did this. See, error didn't show up. Why is it showing up now? ls-l. Let me just do ls. Now the error is not showing up, but it should have caught the errors. 2 greater than. It's working in this situation, and let me do pwt in here again. Okay, give me 1 second here. Two, oh, okay, let's see here. If I do no. Aha. I may have to use a pipe. pwd command not found. Uh-oh. Wi-Fi login. Can you guys hear me still? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
We hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
I hear you.
Yes. we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I got disconnected for a few seconds here. Can you see the screen though?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, yeah, I have a good speed now. I wonder something has changed here. Give me 1 second here. So let me see here. If I type ls hyphen l, nothing. But and then if I do 2 greater than file2, so the error is catching. So here's the problem here. I thought the error would get caught if it's running a multiple commands, but it's not. So I have to look into that. But let's move forward here. So what the 2 greater than does is, if there are any errors in the command here, it will catch it and it will put it into the file. If you don't want to put it into the file, you could put it into this def/null, this is considered a black hole. Okay, so we have two errors here, actually three. So standard error is, this is how you capture standard error. Standard input, standard output, and standard error. Okay, so I'm gonna mark it here. We're gonna come back here for standard error. I'm gonna put a so I have a red line here. I'm gonna come back there. Okay, so let's move forward here. Let me clear the screen. So the next topic I'm going to talk about is cat command. Okay, let's see how the cat command is working. Cat, it stands for concatenate. Okay. So if you do ls here, you have file 1 and file 2 here, right? If you want to read the file, how are you going to read the file? You do cat file 1. You could read the file. It says this is a Linux course. Okay. Read the file. Okay. Now, what I want to do is, I'm reading the file here, cat file 1 here, right? It's all this thing is showing up on the screen. Now what I could do is I could use the redirector and put that into another screen, another file, cat file 1, and then I'm going to put it into file 3. What do I use? I use the greater than sign. So this is a standard input. Standard output. Instead of bringing this on the screen here, I'm putting it in the file 3 here. Okay. If I hit enter, I should not see anything on the screen here. But this thing went inside file 3. So if I do cat file 3, the output is there. I could do 2 files at the same time, okay? Read 2 files at the same time. So I do cat file 1 and I do file 2. Okay? So remember, file 2 has the error message here, right? So it is reading. It is bringing both things on the screen here. So if I do cat file 3, it has this on it, right? Now if I do cat greater than file 3, what this will do is this will override whatever inside the file 3 and put this in there. Okay? So if I do cat file 3, so look in here closely. Before it had only one line in there. Now it got 2 lines in there because it got overwritten. Now what you want to do is you want to read the same file, but you want to preserve the existing line. You add double lines and hit enter. You do cat file 3. It should have 4 lines now. There you go. Okay, I think I'm going to pause a little bit here so that you guys are caught up. So I'm going to put in here read 2 files. So this is an example. You could read 2 files, or you could read multiple files here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do redirect the output for multiple files to a single file. So we're reading 2 files here, and then we are putting that content of the 2 files into file 3 here, okay? Now if you want to keep the content of the file still in there and you want to continue on adding more, you have to use double greater than sign.
So if you just use one greater than, it will just what, overwrite the file?
Override the file. You got be careful, okay? We're gonna learn. There's gonna be a system configuration files. You could do a lot of damage there. I'll show you later on in the course how to create a destroy a system while you logged in as root here. There are a couple commands, very dangerous commands you could use them, and those commands. I mean, in Linux there is no recovery thing. If you like destroy the file here, I'm not sure how you may be able to recover it unless you have like a good the full backup system of the entire system. So that's another story here, but if you want to give some serious damage, I'll show you later on how those things work.
Okay,
But
cool.
but don't try that at work, okay? If you want to do it, please pack up your bags and everything and then do it and leave. So you're not coming back. Yeah. Okay, so to add to the file, okay? Okay, so now what else you could do is if you do cat greater than and a new file name, so what it does is it will open the file in a quick edit mode, okay? And then now you could add some lines here. This is line 1, this is line 2, this is line 3, this is line 4, and do Control D to save and exit. I'm sorry, do Control C actually. And if you do cat file 4, you should see all the content you typed in there. I don't like it here. Hold on. Let me remove file 4. So I'm gonna do cat greater than file 4 and hit enter. I'm gonna say this is line 1, this is line 2, this is line 3. Okay, and now I'm gonna do Control C. Okay, if you do cat file 4, you see 3 lines in there. So I'm gonna put it in here. Enter into quick okay, so with this quick edit mode you cannot do a whole lot in here. You could put in the information, you cannot do like delete or anything, edit too much editing in there, okay? Overrides the existing content. Okay, if you want to keep the content and continue adding to it, then you have to do double arrow, double greater than sign, and you see this is line 4, this is line 5. Okay, and you do Control C, and if you do cat file 4, you see new additional lines here, 4 and 5. In essence, this is nothing but this is redirecting. What are you redirecting? In here, whatever you have gonna type on the screen is gonna get redirected there. So actually it creates a file if it already is not there. Adds additional line, and this one also creates well, you have to play around with it. This command also creates a new line also. I mean, I want to say new file. Okay, so overrides existing content. Okay, that's enough here. I think we have good understanding how the cat is working. Cat is nothing but a reading of file, okay? And the size of the file could be thousands of lines. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is there is a new command called grep, grep. So what is a grep command do? It filters the matching word. Uh, filters the line with matching word in it. Okay, so I'm gonna clear the screen. I have cat file 4 here, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say cat file 4, and then I'm gonna do the pipe. Okay, now this is a new introduction here on the keyboard. If you look on the keyboard here, okay, where is pipe here? You have to hold the shift key and push this button right above enter. Right above enter, it will give you a straight line, a straight small line. And then you have to type grep, grep, and then I'm gonna say line 5, okay? So what will happen is it's gonna filter this line, wherever that word is gonna filter that out and give it to you. See, only that line is there. So let's do this here. Cat. Let me add some lines in here. Line 4. Okay, so I'm going to say this is Linux. This is Red Hat. Okay, and what I'm going to show you is this is Linux course. Okay, and this is interesting. I'm gonna quit there, and if I do cat file 4, you see you have all this content here, right? Let me clear this. So what I want to do is I want to get only thing that says Linux here, okay? So I'm going to say cat file 4, and then I'm going to say grep Linux, okay? So what it does is it will grab the exact matching. So we have Linux here like uppercase here, right? It's not gonna do that unless you put -i to ignore the case. So now it should bring 3 lines in there.
So this is basically for a specific word search within the file sort of thing, right?
Yeah, there is a word search. Because what's going to happen is when you be doing troubleshooting, there will be log files, and they have thousands of lines in there. And what you could do is, okay, you find something, then what you could do is you could use grep and put that specific date or whatever. I'll show you in a minute here what I'm talking about. And then that way you could grep it and then shorten your search. So you have this file here, and grabs exact match. Okay, so exact match, and this one ignores the exact match. Okay, ignores the case, I should say. So this is when you type -i, it is not case sensitive, and grabs the match case sensitive. So I'm going to open another window here. I'm going to log in as root Red Hat, and there is a file name messages or the log messages here. So I'm going to go into cd var log folder here, and if I do ls here, there is a file name messages here, right? This is actually a log message. This is logging the system messages. If I do cat messages, it has a lot of lines in here. Okay, so just for today it has so many things in here. So what I want to do is I want to See, I just had a local internet connection disconnection, right? So I want, usually what you do is, uh, okay, so this is a log file, and okay, I'm going through, and then let me see if I find something here. I thought I saw DHCP somewhere, right? Okay, here. This one seems to have some issue here, so I'm going to copy this. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do this here, and then I'm going to say grep, and I'm going to hyphen I, and then I'm filtering out all the lines which has this text in it. So if I hit enter, it will filter that out for you. Okay. Now what you could do is now, if you want to send this to somebody else, you do the greater than sign, and then you put this in to the file here. Okay. So a network team needs a error log. So you type error log dot log, and then you're going to put this into the location here, root/error log. So if you go back to your folder ls, if we have a file name error log, so you could cat error log, and whatever you really needed is in here. So you could see out of thousands of lines, you have shortened your search in this line here, because you would get to see a file which would have like 3,000 or 4,000 lines in it. That's normal, because Linux is actually big on security and all that, and a lot of things are monitored there. Okay, so this is just one off here. I'm going to come back here officially, but now that the question was there, so I have to show that. So we use the grep command to filter it out. Okay, so this ignores the. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, now I will show you what pipe means. Okay, pipe. This is called pipe, P-I-P-E. This line is used for actually running multiple commands. Okay, so what you could do is you could do primary command, and the secondary command, and when you pipe it again, you do the third command. Okay, so the primary command, the output, the secondary commands run on the output of the primary command, and the third command runs on the output of the second command. Okay, so let's take a look here. So I'm gonna say, so the grep file, you don't have to use cat here. You could do grep -i Linux Okay, and the name of the file, what is that file for? It gives you the same results here. Actually, let me put this in officially here.
Zafar, I switch is for.
Ignore the case.
Uh,
Okay, so you could use grep directly without cat. So let's see here. I'm gonna clear this. I'm gonna do cat file 4. So we have these lines here, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do grep, okay, hyphen I. Let me use this with cat command, okay? Cat file 4, okay? And then I'm gonna use the pipe, and I'm gonna use grep command hyphen I. I'm gonna say Linux, okay? And then in there I'm gonna pipe grep. So let me run this command here. So I got 3 lines here. So in that I'm gonna even further do the grep in there. I'm gonna type red in there, okay, and hit enter. So I should have only 1 line there. So this line is actually running all the commands here. This is running this, and it's running this, and it's running this. The final result is this.
Can we do multiple search?
Yeah, you do semicolon,
Okay.
and you put semicolon in there, and let's do line 4. So it brings up line 4 also. Oh, it's giving me error line 4 command. So you have to put in quote, I think. You have to put in quote, and no. Let's do egrep here. Let me do the quote here. Let me do egrep. It should have come up with here. Okay, let me check here. Multiple strings. Grep hyphen E. Oh, So you have to type a slash in there. Slash and a pipe in yeah. Okay, so you have to type a slash in there and a pipe. Okay, good. Thank you.
So what is the -I after grep doing? Because when I do it with it or without it, it does the same thing.
Are you sure about that? No, look at the case here. If you type I, it's ignoring the case. Okay, just remove the I in there, okay? So we should have only one line come up. Only two lines come up here. You see Linux here is uppercase. There are two instances of Linux which is uppercase, and then there is one instance of Linux which is lowercase. So if I don't put I in there, it's matching only this. Did you hear me?
Yes. Okay. I got it.
Okay. Okay, so multiple search. Okay, so next thing is WC command. WC is a word command. Word count. WC. Okay, it's a this is a word count. Okay, so what you do is you type WC and you type file 4. Okay, WC file 4. Okay, so I'll explain you what this means. So we have the output here 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I'll tell you what it is. So this is a we have 9, 29, 146, and file 4, right? So file 4 is name of the file. And number 9 is number of lines, okay? Number of lines. There are 9 lines inside this file here. So if you do cat file 4, you have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So which is accurate. And it says it has number 29. No, 29 is number of words. Okay, there are 29 words in here and 146 characters. This includes spaces. Okay, so if you count all these years, the word should come up to 29 words in here, okay? And then 11 lines, I'm sorry, 9 lines, and all these are 146 characters, including the spaces in the middle. And the last one is the name of the file. Okay, but you could use this in a multiple ways here. Okay, so if you do wc -l file 4, it will give you only lines. It says 4 lines are in there. L stands for line. wc-c file 4, it gives you characters. It got 146 characters. Okay, and then same thing, wc-w file 4, it gives you 29 words here. So do I need to copy this? Yeah, let me just copy this here. So -l is for lines. Okay, -c is for characters. And then -w is for words. So I'll tell you how you use this with the file here. Remember, I just created a file named error log. So I have a file here, error log, right? So what do? wc-l error log. Okay, oh my god, look at it, has 655 lines. Based on that, I will proceed. Okay, so for this line here, let's see how much. If I do ls cd hyphen, so the messages, let me see how many lines the messages word has. -l, it has 4,999 lines. So now it wouldn't be possible for me to go through 4,000 lines here. This is where grep, egrep, and all these things comes into play. All right, we still have good 15 minutes here. So, okay. All these things are easy, right, guys? I don't think this is any, it's not too complex. It's just a matter of understanding. Okay, next command I'm going to talk about is head. So if I do clear and if I type head, yeah, nothing happens. If I type head and then if I type error log, I don't like this here. Okay, if I type head and if I type file 4, so what head does, it reads the file, but only shows top 10 lines. Okay, so let me add some lines in there. Cat file 4, this is line 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is line 10. This is line 11. This is line 12. This is line 13. This is line 14. Okay, I do control C here. So here's the point here. If I type head, and then if I type file 4, it's gonna bring only top 10 lines to me. Okay, so if you're troubleshooting, the file has a huge file, you use this command here. Reads the top 10 lines of the file. Okay, but you could customize it too. You type head -5 file 4. What will happen here? It will give you the
5 lines.
very good. Now you get the idea here. 10 is default, so you do 12, it will give you top 12 lines. Okay, so I'm not gonna. So that error files here, you do head -100 and error. It will read top 100 lines here. Okay. Before
Zafar, I have a question.
yeah.
Are we gonna have like something practice besides the class on it, because the commands are like, it's not whatever I'm learning. The behind one is like not everything is in my mind.
Well, you have this document here, and then I'm gonna have the assignment. Actually, I was gonna ask everybody to put in their name. They put in all your. Can you go on mute, please? So everybody put in their first name in the chat, how you want to be your login ID, and here's the IP address for the server. So you launch putty, and you launch it here, paste it in there, and then you log open, and this message will comes up, and then whatever the now name and password I'm going to give you, you're going to log in there and complete the assignment in there. Okay, you guys could do group assignment or on your own. You could search internet, check the book, whatever. So you log in. Is that what you're asking, or you're
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
okay? So you log in here, and the assignment is sitting in the temp folder here. So you do cat /temp assignment. Oh, it's gone from there? All right, I'll put it in there, okay? But do this here. Everybody go ahead and put your name, and then I will create your IDs in here, so that you could connect to this remote server and complete the assignment. So I have assignment saved in as root. Yeah, assignment is there. Here's a classic example. How see how this system generated file is so big? You just type rm-rf and you type little bit and you push the tab key. It will autofill that for you. Okay. Okay. So the assignment is in there. Okay. So everybody put in their first name and I'll create your IDs and then side chat me on WhatsApp. I'll give you the password here. Not yet, but during the week. Maybe probably by Wednesday. And then you could connect remotely and complete the assignment. Okay, good. So you guys have the idea here. I'm not gonna put this here. Okay, so now we have head, right? So we also have a command called tail. Tail file 4. So what is happening here is going from the bottom up. Okay, wait a minute here. Why is it not showing? There are 15 lines in there, right? Cat. Yeah, okay, line 4. So from here to here it amounts to 10 lines. So tail will show you bottom 10 lines of the file going backwards. Bottom 10 lines. And of course, you're gonna do you do the same thing as you do with head here, okay? So I'm gonna say tail -5 file 1. So bottom 5 lines. And same thing with -12. So going from the bottom, for the very last one, going upwards. The reason you have these two commands is some logs are written on the bottom of the file, and some system logs right on the top of the file. So that's why these two comes in handy for you. And then again tail -100, and then if you do, it goes bottom 10 lines. Okay, I mean 100, going from bottom all the way from last line going up 100 lines. Okay. Oh, so next command is more. Okay, so what is more gonna do? Let's see here, more. So primary use is to read the huge file. Okay, this will load the entire file into memory. So if you have a file which is like 500 megabytes, it will take up 500 megabytes of RAM space. Okay, and this file is actually not efficient here. So if you do like more if you do more and then messages, and what you have to do is it loads about 10 lines, I think, yeah. But it loads entire memory here, so you have to keep hitting enter to browse through one line, and if you hit enter space bar, you browse through as a page. Use space bar on a keyboard to scroll page by page. And if you want to quit, Q to quit the lowercase q. Oh god. Okay, so if you're tired of reading through the file here, so if you want to get out of it, just push Q. You're out of the file, okay? And it unloads from the memory. Okay, and it's not good when memory is low. Okay, and example is var log messages. Okay, now similarly, there is another command called less. Okay, less is more efficient. So what does less does is, if you type less and then name of the file, so what less does is it's not going to load the entire file into the memory. It just reads the file as needed. And if we hit enter, you go line by line, and if you hit scroll space bar, you hit line by line, and you do quit to quit the quit the file. So I'm going to put it here. This is similar to more command, but it will only load the output as needed into memory. Okay, and same thing, use enter, Control C. And same thing. Okay, don't stress too much on this. You're going to learn as you go. But this is what it is. Okay, and okay, I think I'm out of time. And let me go ahead and stop it right here. We'll have a few more commands left next week. Then we'll jump into another section here. Maybe we'll start VI editor and all that here. So next week there are a few more commands. Saturday, I think Saturday will take up all the commands, and the Sunday we might have some real action going on. Okay. So I'm gonna stop recording here.